Guitar tips, guitar tips, just the tips, just for you, guitar tips. Hello and welcome to Guitar Tips, guitar tips, guitar tips just for you. My name is Adam Levy. This is my weekly video blog series thing that I do, and here we are. It's another week, another tip. I post a new tip here, brand new, each and every Friday. You can subscribe if you like. There's a big red button down below. You just hit it and quit it. One click, you're in. You're a tipper. You're a full-fledged tipper. I don't have guitar tips t-shirts yet, but maybe that'll be coming. When I get to 100 tips, there'll be t-shirts. You heard it here first. First and last. No, you're not going to hear it anywhere else. But when I get to the 100th tip, there's going to be t-shirts, and if you're interested, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just making this up. I have no plan, but I'm going to make this happen. There will be guitar tips t-shirts. This week's guitar tip is old songs never die. Old songs never die. Been thinking about this for a couple of different reasons. One is I was recently cleaning through my some old files in my computer. I found a song that I had written about a year and a half ago that I forgot writing. I forgot really all about it. It was just it wasn't in my brain anymore. And the title looked kind of sort of familiar, but I didn't really know what it was. But there it was. I opened up the file, I listened to it, and it was a really surprisingly good song to forget about. So one thing is, when I say old songs never die, I mean your old songs, things that you've done in the past, recordings you've made, songs you've written, musical ideas, whatever. That stuff lives on, and it's good once in a while to go back and take stock and see if you might have missed something that is worth bringing into the light. So that's one aspect of old songs never die. But another one is just been thinking about old songs. I recently went to the Grammy Museum here in Los Angeles, and there's a really great exhibit about Otis Redding, the late great soul singer, and it showed his final performance, a performance that happened the day before he died. He died in a plane crash, and it's an incredible, heart-wrenching performance of a song called "Try a Little Tenderness," which he had, I guess, a pretty big hit with. The thing that's interesting about that song is, to me anyway, is that it was not conceived as a soul song. It was written in the early 30s. It was recorded by the Ray Noble Orchestra. Like before Otis Redding was even born, that song was a popular song. And when Otis recorded it in the mid-60s, he brought new life to it. He reinvented it, reimagined it. And if you've never heard the record, I would really encourage you to listen to his recording of "Try a Little Tenderness." It starts out kind of like a simple ballad, and then the tempo picks up, and then it just builds and builds and builds. It's not very long. I mean, it was a single, so it had to, it's got to be 3 minutes more or less. But there's so much drama in that. In the arc of it, it's kind of hard to explain in mere words how powerful that recording and that performance is. I would just go check it out. You need to hear it. And then you could also, if you want to see the video that I saw at the Grammy Museum, I think you could just search for Otis Redding, Try a Little Tenderness, final performance, or his band, his backing band, the Barkays, are behind him all in yellow suits. So that's the video that you want to look for. But really, any video that you can see of Otis Redding, I think will make your day. There's not tons of footage of him, but anything I've ever seen is just stunning. And he was so young, and who knows what would have happened if he had lived. There's great footage of him from the Monterey Pop Festival in '67. Man, anyway, Otis Redding is not the guitar. The guitar tip could just be Otis Redding, and then I push the stop button, and that'd be it. But really, this tip is more about old songs, and I mentioned in my previous guitar tip that I have this channel on YouTube that a few years ago I recorded a bunch of very old songs from the 20s and 30s, or 20s really, and teens, I should say. And I tried to keep them in their kind of old-fashioned style. I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check it out. But you don't have to. Like, if a song is good, you can do something original with it that feels personal and contemporary if you want to. So what am I saying? I'm saying it's great to write new songs. I would encourage you to write new songs. It's great to check out new songwriters. There are some incredible songsmiths working right now. I think we are in another golden era of songwriting. Believe it or not. Not that you can tell from listening to pop radio. I'm not that into pop radio, but if you poke around, there's some people writing some killer diller songs. Lots and lots of them. Chris Stapleton comes to mind. Jason Isbell comes to mind. Anais Mitchell comes to mind. If you've never checked her out, she's a really tremendous songwriter. I don't know. I don't want to give you a laundry list of songwriters. I hope that you'll find songwriters that you like, people that excite you. But with all due respect to people writing new songs, and with all due respect to you if you happen to be a songwriter, I would just say don't forget these old songs. They're not dead. They will never die. And there's always something to be learned and or enjoyed from these old songs. So, guitar tip: old songs never die. Old songs never die. Thank you to Martin Guitar Strings. I didn't mention at the top of this tip. They are a sponsor. They are the sponsor of Guitar Tips, and they are the strings that I use. So thank you, Martin Guitar Strings, I should say. I use a retro set in a light gauge with a 12 on the top, and sounds like this. Guitar tips. Thanks a lot. I'm Adam Levy. See you next week. Stay tuned and take good care.